People, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hope you guys can hear me. What's going on, people? Listen, it is almost here, right, guys? It is almost here. It is almost game time, all right? It's almost game time. In a few hours, it will be Manchester United take on Fulham, right? Let me know if you guys are boosted about this, man, because you know what? Enough of the waiting, right? We waited enough. It is now time to show up, right? People, come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash a like as you're coming in, people. Yeah. It is preview time. Man United take on Fulham in a matter of a few hours, depending what part of the world you're watching from, right? Yeah. All right, people, listen. Let's jump into it, okay? Let's jump into it, people. Come on in, come on in. Smash that like. Smash the like as you're coming in, people. Smash a like for Ten Hag and his new improved squad coming in ready to kick on. You know, you got to be ready to kick on, man, because, listen, talking time is over, right? We waited enough, right? It is time to show up, all right? People, come on in as you're coming in. Smash a like as you're coming in, people. Listen, Man United take on Fulham tomorrow. You know, it's going to be under the lights. We're going to be at Old Trafford. Listen, it is an opening game tomorrow. People, smash a like as you're coming in. If you're excited that football is finally back. Proper football is finally back, people. We'll be waiting. This is not going to be Europe, Copa America. It is not Europe football. This is actual Premier League football coming back. Listen, I'm boosted. All right. If you ask me, I'm excited. I am ready to go. I haven't been this excited about Man United in a long time. People, smash a like as you're coming in. Thank you so much for being here. This is Man United Central. I'm your boy Luther. Listen, man, let's talk about Man United, man. Man United, Fulham. What did Ten Hag say today on his press conference? Let's jump into that. All right. So listen, Ten Hag today was like, look, he was asked a bunch of questions. You know, what's going on? You know, people, smash a like as you're coming in. Welcome, 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 people. And share the stream if you haven't done so already. If you haven't followed, smash that follow. I appreciate you all being here. Let's jump into what Ten Hag said in this press conference for Man United versus Fulham. All right. So basically, Ten Hag said this. He confirmed that the new signings, obviously, everybody was wondering, is Mazraoui, is De Ligt, or even Xerxes, are they going to start? So, listen, Ten Hag was like, listen, man, he confirmed that the new signings, Nasir Mazraoui and Matthias De Ligt, could make their debut versus Fulham under the lights at Old Trafford on Friday night. All right. So, on this report, I'm reading here from part of the Manchester Evening News. They say, listen, both defenders, on Tuesday, basically that's when we obviously they came in, we signed them, both trained with the first team for like a few days. They trained on Wednesday, they trained today. I don't know if you guys have seen some of those videos of both of them training. One thing I can say, Matthias De Ligt looks fit. He looks ready to go. You can see, like, even in that training, man, you can see like he's vocal, right? He's not going to be one of those players in the back there just being quiet. You can see that this guy is going to be vocal, and he brings the energy, right? So I mean, it's exciting, man. It was exciting. I don't know if you haven't seen the training videos from Manchester United that they released today. If you haven't done so, listen, check them out. Okay, you won't be disappointed. You'll be excited. I know, we're already like too excited. Maybe I should tone it down a little bit. I can't help it. Okay, I can't help it. I am boosted. Okay, it is simple as that. All right, let's get back to what Ten Hag was saying, man. Enough of me being boosted. All right, so Ten Hag was saying, basically say, listen, both players, of course, we know both Mazraoui and De Ligt both played under Ten Hag at Ajax, meaning that they are no strangers on how Ten Hag wants to play, right? So listen, let's People, smash that like as you're coming in if you haven't done so, and hit the subscribe if you haven't done so as well. All right. So basically, Ten Hag confirmed that both will be involved in the matchday squad, either as a starter or on the bench. Right. We're going to talk about my predicted lineup, and you guys are going to let me know what's your predicted lineup for tomorrow's game in the comments below. Smash that like as you're coming in. But basically, Ten Hag said, listen, one thing he did say, okay, Ten Hag said this. He conceded that his team is not ready. He's not ready to start the Premier League season. However, he hinted like, listen, most managers are probably going through the same situation, right? They're in the same position, not being ready to go. Ten Hag says, listen, what can you do? You know, the games are here, okay? Like it or not, these players need to basically, you know, they need to show up, right? Ten Hag was asked, okay, are you facing a selection headache? Ten Hag was there, listen, he hinted that facing a selection headache is a good thing for tomorrow, right? But Ten Hag said this exactly, right? He said issues are there because he's like, listen, are you facing some issues coming up with the players, right? People, make sure to share the stream if you haven't done so already, all right? It says issues are there, but it is not about the players who are not available, because he was asked, okay, who, you know, are you worried about the players that are not available, like Luke Shaw, you know, Torre Malacia, you know, Hoyland, that kind of situation? He said, listen, issues are there, but it's not about the players that are not available. It's about the players who are available, right? Ten Hag says, listen, we have a good group, and we can make strong selection. We can put out a strong team, and we will do so, right? He says Matthias de Ligt and Mazraoui will be in the squad, as well as Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is he was able to overcome his injuries. So, and then I don't know if you guys saw also, Maguire did in fact train today. On those videos, you could see him training. So you know, Maguire looks like he's going to be involved in tomorrow's game. When we talk about the lineup, we'll see where Ten Hag is going, where Maguire is going to start. Is he going to start? Is he going to be on the bench? What is going to be the situation, right? So Ten Hag was also asked like how long it might take United to get up to speed. Because listen, tomorrow one thing we're going to see is we're going to see a lot of those players that went with the team came here to America for preseason. A lot of those players won't start. Tomorrow it's going to be players that really were involved they went deep in the Copa America, players that were the likes of Lisandro Martinez, Alejandro Garnacho, and then, you know, players like Bruno Fernandes, who was part of the Europe competition. You know, who else? Kobe Mainu again. So you're going to see those players that were really not part of the traveling team to the U.S., right? So how many players are we going to see tomorrow that was part of that preseason? Maybe we're going to see, obviously, Rashford, Casemiro. Who else? Rashford, Casemiro, and then Ahmad, obviously. So it's like three out of what? Out of 11 players, or maybe Mason Mount may start as well. So again, not a lot that will start, but so most of the players that are going to start tomorrow is the players that came back. So they really haven't had many chance to, you know, to practice with the first team. They're all getting to know each other. But one thing is we can say is in this situation, Ten Hag has players that they know how he wants to play. So hopefully we won't see that really disconnect as much in tomorrow's game, right? People, again, smash the like as you're coming in. Share the stream. All right. I appreciate you being here, hanging out with your boy. We're talking about Manchester United take on Fulham, tomorrow's game preview, what Ten Hag said on his press conference, right? So when he was asked about how long it will take for United to get up to speed, well, Ten Hag says, listen, we are now working together for, say, like 10 days, right? It says it will always take a while. More teams will have this problem at the start of the season, right? The aim is not to drop points, obviously. Work hard and work hard in and out of position, right? We have to go from game to game to get to higher performances level, and we will see how quick the team can progress, right? So again, he's saying game to game, obviously the players will get more, get to that full fitness. Right now, tomorrow's game, we're gonna see, some players that will be kind of sluggish, but Ten Hag says, listen, slowly we'll get there. All right. What else he was asked today? He said, Ten Hag on what Mazraoui will bring to United. He was asked, listen, why did you bring in Mazraoui? What can he bring that we don't have? Almiro talks. He said, I don't think we're ready, but hoping for top four. Dude, I know. Listen, at this point, what can you do? We may not be ready, but we have to start. Like, listen. I'm excited, okay? I'm excited because we have had, honestly, we've had a good transfer window, right? Compared to other years, okay? So we just hope and pray, right? So hopefully, because tomorrow we have to win, guys. We have to win tomorrow. If we don't, it is gonna be disaster. Everybody and their mamas will come out after Ten Hag, and they'll be laughing at us. First of all, we're playing at home, right? So yeah, I agree with you. Almira, so yeah, 7 out of 10. Yeah, I could say that. If we get Ugarte though, it could be an 8 out of 10 transfer window. That's what I think, right? All right, let's jump into what Ten Hag said about Mazraoui, what he's going to bring to the team. He said, listen, we were looking and can sort, basically they were looking, he said we were looking and we can sort problems over the left side, right? Because he was asked about the left side. He said, listen, we're going to look to solutions for that left side. For instance, Lisandro Martinez and Diogo Dalot are capable of playing there in the left side, left back position. Mazraoui is an additional one who can fill that position as long as Luke Shaw and Terrell Malacia aren't in the team. Obviously, these two, let's not even think about them, because even if Luke Shaw comes back, I guarantee you a few games in, he's going to be out again, right? So they needed to come up with a solution long term. Obviously, this is Mazraoui playing on that left side. Luke Shaw, Diogo Dalot or Martinez, it's only temporary fix. They need to bring in a left back, and that's what we were linked with Hermoso. Today I saw Marcus Alonso, which I don't like that. So but again, I think they're going to bring in a left back to cover that. Maybe a free agent to come in to cover the left back. It could be Sergio Reguilon. They may bring him back. I wouldn't be opposed to that, because again, that's another player who knows how Ten Hag wants to play, right? So hopefully, a player like him comes in, and we should be able to have that left back position kind of sorted, right? Okay, so let's go on and see what else he had to say about Mazraoui, what he brings to the team, right? So he says, 1 second here. Yeah, he says Mazraoui is an additional one who can fill that position as long as Luke Shaw is out. Malacia, they are different, and I think it's quite difficult to put him under pressure. So Ten Hag believes that, listen, the good thing about Mazraoui is whenever he's put under pressure, he's good to finding solutions, right? So, and he says, especially in English football, that could be very beneficial, because players don't have much time to think, okay, I can find this pass, that pass, and all that situation, right? So he feels Mazraoui, his ability to think quickly and find those outlets, it could be beneficial, right? So that's why he really wanted to bring him, and also being versatile, left back, right back, also, again, advancing the ball, that kind of situation, it is advantageous, right? So that's what, when this question was responding when he was asked, okay, why did you bring Mazraoui here, right? Let's see. Another question was asked, okay, about, another issue that United was having is, obviously, we create chances, but we are not clinical, right? On this question, Ten Hag was like, listen, we know we create many chances. It's all about composure and being more clinical. In both boxes, it will be an attention point in the coming weeks and months to improve. We need too many chances, right? So basically, he says, listen, on on here, they know, okay, finishing is a big issue. Even the Man City game, we created a whole bunch of issues. Arsenal game in the preseason, we created a whole bunch of chances, but we were not clinical. So here, they said, listen, we've identified that. We know that's the situation. I'm really hoping that with the likes of Ruud Van Nistelrooy coming in, they can work those kinks out, right? Being clinical in the front of the box. Because when you're playing big teams, man, you're not going to get that many chances, right? When those chances come, you got to take them, right? And what has been happening last season is we get chances, right? We create chances, we don't finish them, and then we ended up losing the game, right? So, which is hopefully we eliminate those type of issues this coming season, right? Another question was asked Ten Hag on if United are ready for the new season. Ten Hag here, I think we already talked about it. He said, listen, no, they're not ready. It's true. Basically saying like it's not a preseason where you can have like 5 or 6 weeks work with the team. It is very complicated, but I said we had the U.S. tours with the U.S. tour, and we had players in the Euros and Copa America. So now, and the new signings coming in. So basically say, listen, we're not ready, but what can you do? We push on, right? What he was asked, what is your season ambition? Yeah, Ten Hag says, listen, we know our targets, right? Which is, come on, you guys know the target, you're right? From what I can say, target has to be nowhere. To me, based on this team, especially if we get Ugarte in, listen, man, I would say top 3, all right? Top 3 plus a trophy. That's the bottom line. So Ten Hag said, listen, I know we know our targets. We know that we are in the right direction, right? We know we have won 2 trophies, right? We know our game model, right? What is the model, Ten Hag? We haven't really seen that, but that's what he said. He said we know our game model, right? So now we have we have to integrate the new players, and if we can improve the game model and improve the team levels, and basically it will get us there, right? He says, listen, he always has very high expectations, but we want to go for trophies. Listen, the bottom line is this: if you're a Man United coach, right, trophies, they'll get you out of trouble, right? Because listen, that FA Cup, I think it got Ten Hag a second lease in life at Manchester United, right? Because of winning that trophy. So basically, he was saying, listen, the only teams that really are better than us right now in the Premier League is really, he said, I think I saw a quote somewhere, it's really Man City when it comes to trophies, right? Because they said, listen, Chelsea, Liverpool, they're in the recent years, they haven't really won that many trophies, right? So he backs himself. He backs himself to bring trophies to Man United. And listen, he has spoiled us in the last 2 seasons, right? So right now we're going to this season. People smash that like as you're coming in. We're going to this season saying like, listen, trophies, right? So may that continue, all right? When he was asked about Luke Shaw's injury, Ten Hag says, listen, I think he will return in the short term. Doesn't take long. We are looking forward. Of course, Luke Shaw is a very important player for our team. So he is massive, right? Important, right? We want to get him back as soon as possible, but we can't force this process. Talking about Luke Shaw. Okay, listen, you guys, Man United fans, okay, we all know Luke Shaw is like, he likes to hang out in the medical bay of Carrington, right? Why or who authorized him to go and join the England national team at the Euros, right? This guy had not played for Man United for I don't know how long, for a couple of months, and then I don't know who signed off on it, saying, okay, Luke Shaw, you can go and join the England national team at the Euros, and then hopefully you get a chance to play a couple of games. That's ridiculous, right? This guy should have stayed at Carrington, take a summer break, recuperate. That way, by now, we won't have to go through this, because it's no secret that this guy cannot stay fit, right? So whoever authorized that, I hope it's not you, Ten Hag. Yeah, we're watching you, Ten Hag. That was a huge mistake. I don't know if it was the medical department saying, you know what, Luke Shaw, you can go in the next a week or so, you'll be good to go. But come on, we know Luke Shaw, man. Luke Shaw is made of his bones are made of sticks, man. Like they break very easily or get injured very easily. All right. So I mean, this was a huge mistake to let him go, but it is what it is. We move on, right? Honestly, if it was up to me, Luke Shaw will be the one to really being offloaded this season. But again, who's going to sign him, right? Luke Shaw has been at Man United for over 10 years or something, right? There's no team out there lining up on a current and say, hey, we would like to sign Luke Shaw. Really, nobody's really going to get him because they know you can bring this guy. He's good. Going forward, attacking, he's good, but he cannot stay fit. Just like Varane. I don't know if you guys saw Varane, man. A lot of people are like, man, United, Varane was one of your best defenders that season. Why did you guys let him go? Yes, people didn't want to take the whole Ineos plan to, get rid of, to bring down the salary cap, right? People are like, man, he should have stayed. He could have been an asset to the team. Varane went to Como. His first game, man, 20 minutes in, dude is injured. I'm so glad, like Ineos said, you know what, let's cut bait, let him go, because imagine now Varane is still here, you still cannot depend on him, because knowing that he can also be injured anytime, it's not a good look, right? I'm so glad we did that, because now we brought in, of course, a young defender to replace him, kinda, in Lenioro. He's injured as well. You know what? We're cursed. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. It's the curse is about to end. Okay, the Ligt is not gonna get injured. I'm knocking on wood. Okay, that's it. Injury, we're not gonna have it this season. All right, and you guys should also, basically be saying the same thing. We're not gonna have injuries. We're gonna speak it into existence. Right? No injuries. We're gonna have a good season. All right. All right. So Ten Hag says when he was talking about what else he was talking about here. See what else when he was talking about United. They talk about United. Ten Hag when he was asked about signing ex Ajax players, right? So this was interesting. When he was asked about this, listen, man. What's up with you bringing ex Ajax players? Are we trying to change Man United to be like Ajax United? Right? So Erik Ten Hag was like, listen, first of all, these players, right? It was not only one person's decision. Exactly, this is what they said exactly. It says, first of all, it is a club decision, right? Because a lot of people, they think like, oh, you know what, Ten Hag, he wants to play that Ten Hag ball. He go and get him his ex-players, bring him over, then we can cook. But apparently, he's saying, listen, first of all, it's a club decision. None of them is only my decision. Ten Hag said this on his press conference, right? This article is from the ESPN. It says, listen, it's always backed or even brought up through the scouting, recruitment, technical director, and sporting director. So again, all these players that are being brought in, it's not only him. Everybody is signed off on it, right? Even the Ligt thing, from this one, the Ligt being suggested as one of the players to go for, it wasn't really Ten Hag's number one choice. This was brought to him by, those people, technical directors, sporting directors kind of thing, right? And he continues saying, listen, it is a decision made by more than just one, but some, also players and personalities, and it has to fit also in the finance. So basically saying, listen, some of these players brought in, they have to fit the personalities of how the team will kind of gel together, right? And also the finances have to work, right? So he's saying, look, the Lit has moved to United for an initial fee of 38.5 million, following he's basically from Bayern Munich, right? Which of course the Lit kind of struggled a little bit in in the Bayern Munich, but he was part of the Euro 2024 team, right? And Ten Hag says, listen, he has a fantastic potential, right? Matthias, who turned 25 this week, and listen, he almost played 375 games for Ajax, right? And Juventus. Oh, so it's for Ajax, Juventus, and Bayern, 375 games. So that means, which is incredible because he brings in a lot of experience, right? Ten Hag says, listen, now he is turning into his best years, right? 25 years, that's where you're like, okay, you're fully developed, you know what you can do, what you're all about, right? So he's saying, listen, this is going to be his best years, right? He continues saying, listen, the Ligt has great skills as a football player, but also in his character, his personality, right? And listen, he says, I am very pleased to have him here, right? Um, uh, Also on that article saying, obviously, the Ligt is said to be included in the team. Let's see, United both. Yeah, so basically, he's saying, listen, we're confident heading to the campaign, right? Initially, he says we're not ready, but he says we're confident because we believe in the dressing room that we have now, right? He says that, listen, the dressing room is that he can tell that the team is ready for a fight, right? They have a good spirit, and the players are strong. It's a strong squad, like the togetherness. He can see that it's in there, and he can see that the players slowly gelling together, and they believe on what they are trying to achieve, like right when it comes to trophies and that kind of situation. So again, Ten Hag likes what he has now. Of course, he knows that there's more to come. He needs more, especially in that midfield. He didn't say that on this press conference, but Ineos and Omar Barada and everybody, they're working on obviously bringing in midfielders because that's another area that needs to put in some focus, bringing some new blood there to help. Of course, Kobe Mainu kind of situation with Bruno, because Casemiro is not there yet, right? He struggled last season. We know that. So talking about midfield, where are we on the situation on Scott McTominay? Because we know Scott McTominay is that player that we could get some money in, right? It's because we thought it's going to be Casemiro. Casemiro links to the Saudi league, they've kind of died down, and we're paying Casemiro way too much money, right? And so that means Casemiro is here to stay, right? If that's the case, well, then most likely it's going to be Scott McTominay. And according to reports, I'm seeing that Napoli have opened talks with Man United for Scott McTominay, right? Listen, this is good stuff, right? The Italian club would prefer a loan deal for Scott, but they would prefer a loan deal. But the transfer budget, they're saying the transfer budget doesn't stretch as much as between 25 to 30 million. That's what United is asking for, which is ridiculous. If you guys, ideally for United, we need to sell this guy. We don't want to do loans. Okay, he has 1 year left on his contract. Why would we send him on loan, right? We need money in so we can use it to get Ugarte or maybe Fofana is gone, so maybe we'll bring in other targets in that midfield, maybe Burge or something, right? So we see that, okay, obviously McTominay's contract is about to expire. United are looking to offload McTominay. This is from the Daily Mail, to offload McTominay or Casemiro, which we know Casemiro is here to stay, right? And Conte, who's the Napoli manager, said, listen, he wants someone in that midfield that is strong, right? A strong character. And they believe that Scott McTominay is one of those players that can really feature heavily in that midfield in Napoli. And honestly, if you think about it, the Italian league, the football is slower, right? Football is slower. And Scott McTominay, if he goes to the Italian league, I think he can dominate in that midfield, right? He can bring him goals, So again, football is slower. McTominay can probably thrive over there, all right? So we shall see if that will happen. Hopefully it does, because listen, we come in. We need money to come in so that we can finalize our potential deals, right? Um, when it comes to how we want to proceed in that midfield. All right, man. Where are we on this Ugarte thing? Because listen, one thing I can tell you guys is this: Ugarte is coming. Okay, I can feel it. Okay, I can feel it. Ugarte is coming. All right. Obviously, we have Jorge Mendes in London. I think he was in Manchester yesterday, I believe. He is there trying to finalize this deal. All right. So Fabrizio Romano says, listen, Manu Ugarte is pushing to make a move for Manchester United. A couple of videos I was talking about Fofana. Fabrizio says Fofana was never in negotiations with Manchester United. United are focused on Ugarte as the main priority and have backed basically have a backup options of Sanderberg, Amrabat, and others. Right? We know Amrabat. Yesterday we saw reports that he kind of took his name. I mean, he removed Man United from his Instagram page. But again, Ugarte, if United comes back calling in a heartbeat, he'll say, you know what, I'm back. Right? So we shall see. But again, conversation that's still going on for Ugarte. And I think Ineos, they're going to definitely finalize this deal because, this is their first Ineos main like transfer window, right? Basically, they're trying to show us, listen, when we focus on a target, we go for that target and we try to make sure that we bring in the targets that we want, right? We're not going to be just pushed over. If teams kind of try to jack up the price and see if we're gonna we're gonna falter. Ineos is trying to show the world, like, listen, this is a different regime here. We know what we're doing. We know our targets, right? So with Ugarte, we know, okay, he didn't really have preseason. He played in Copa America, so Ineos and the team, they're willing to hold off until they're close to the end of the transfer window, because according to Fabrizio Romano, they're saying that actually this was from Sky. They're saying PSG, they're under pressure to sell Ugarte because they already brought in João Neves, right? They're under pressure to offload it. So, and also there's no queue waiting to sign Ugarte, right? So right now, it's only United who are going after him, right? We're willing to put some money towards bringing Ugarte in. So we kind of have that advantage, in these negotiations. So Ineos, what they're doing, they're like, listen, we're going to talk about this and find a solution, right? Find a solution because we are not worried. It's not like there's a whole bunch of teams trying to get this guy, right? If you don't want to play ball, fine. We may go to other directions like Burge. But of course, Ineos doesn't want to do that. They want to show that picture that, listen, when we want that number one target, we go for the number one target, right? Like Ugarte, not to pivot to Burge, because, listen, Sander Burge is not Ugarte, right? When it comes to best in class, the way Ineos, they're trying to roll. They want best in class. Best in class in that midfield is Ugarte, man, right? Yes, if it all fails, you get Sander Burge, but it will not be a good look for Ineos, man. Right now, they feel the United community, us fans, the mood is good. We are all excited. We're like, man, this Ineos team is fire, right? They're cooking. So they don't want to mess that up, right? They want to keep us happy. So I think they're going to deliver Ugarte for us, right? And when they do, you'll be here seeing my face with a big smile, because we know what? This season is going to be fire. You know what I'm saying? People, smash a like for Ugarte coming in. And, I'm going to speak that into existence again, because you know what? Ugarte is going to come, right? So, honestly, when we talk about, the game tomorrow, let me know what's your predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. Mine is going to go like this. Let me know if you agree or not. On goal is going to be the usual. Number 1, Andre Onana. In two center backs, I have a feeling it's going to be right back is going to be the Ligt. Left back, right? The left center back, it is going to be, it is going to be Maguire. I think it's going to be Maguire and the Ligt starting tomorrow. I know. Listen, man, that's what I think. All right. It's going to be Maguire and De Ligt starting tomorrow. Licha is going to start left back position. And then that way he can invert into the midfield like the way he did against that Man City game. Right. So, and then, of course, right back is going to be Dalot. Right. That's my back four. It's going to be like that. So, left back, Martinez, Maguire, De Ligt, and Dalot on the right back. Mazraoui is going to start on the bench, right? Midfield, come on, it kind of picks itself, right? Midfield is going to be Casemiro, Kobe, Mainu, and then the new and recently signed captain of ours. And I didn't say this about Bruno Fernandes, man. Listen, yesterday, Bruno signing that contract is well deserved, man. Bruno had options. He had concrete options saying, "Hey, Bruno, we can take you. We can give you the money that you want." But of course, Bruno, he talked with the leadership team. He said, "Listen, I want to stay, man. I want to stay. Give me a good deal." And he liked the fact that the way where the team is heading. He liked the project. He saw the determination of the players of the Ineos team bringing these new players, right? So, it was a no-brainer for him to be like, listen, I'm going to continue leading this team, right? And I'm so glad that he got that the contract deal. At least his pay kind of gets on par as one of the highest paid players in the team, honestly, because if you think about last season, or ever since he came, really, there's no other player that have really performed game in, game out like Bruno Fernandes, right? The times that he was not in the game, you can see a huge drop off. But this guy, Bruno, he embodies that Man United, like the culture, the way he feels about the team. It's ingrained in him. But you can see it when he talks, when he's out there leading the team in the field. Bruno is that guy. Whenever I look at Bruno, it reminds me of some of the players during the Alex Ferguson, time, like the Roy Keanes, the Cantonas. Like you can see, like when they wear that jersey, they're like, "Yes, I am United, man." Whenever I put on this jersey, you know what? I leave it all on the field. That's what Bruno does. Bruno broke his wrist. He still continued playing. He was injured. I forgot what game it was. We saw a picture of him wearing a boot, but guess what? The next game, this dude was out there running, and you saw him when he came back from European competition in training, encouraging the players. Let's go, man. Let's run. Let's do all this. You need that. You need a player like that who can encourage, galvanize that team, to get to that next level. Listen, the day that we win the Premier League, oh man, and Bruno lifts that the Premier League trophy, man, I will be so boosted, man. Obviously, when is that going to happen? Yeah, maybe another 3 years. I could see that happening in another 3 years. You guys let me know when you think we're going to win the Premier League, all right? Because Man City could be in trouble. 115 charges. They're coming. They're going to start talking about them very soon. Who knows what's going to happen to them next season? We shall see. All right. So my midfield, I already said it. Casemiro, Kobe Mainu, Bruno Fernandes. Up top. Okay. Up top, listen, hands down. Right wing, it has to be Ahmad. Ahmad has to start, right? And then left wing, listen, it has to be, you got to start Garnacho, man. You got to start Garnacho, okay? But up top, what are you going to do? You cannot. One player that you cannot drop him right now is Rashford, right? Rashi has to start. So I think front three for tomorrow's game, it is going to be Garnacho, Rashford, and Ahmad, right? Because what Ten Hag is going to try to do is this. He really wants Rashford to start flying, right? He wants Rashford to, scoring goals and all this stuff. So I don't think he would bench him. I think he's going to start him. But again, you really cannot bench Ahmad when it comes to deserving starting the game, right? You need Ahmad to start. People, smash a like and share that video if you don't mind. I appreciate you guys doing that, right? Hit that follow if you haven't done so, right? So, and Garnacho, we saw Garnacho, man. Garnacho, he looks like he has a different vibe with him this season, right? You saw him when he scored that goal against Man City. He was like, yeah, I'm here, right? He wants to, get start firing in all cylinders again this season, right? People smash the light, right? So that's my front three. You guys let me know, what is your predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. What is the score going to be? Well, the score is going to be, you know what? I was saying 2-1 United. I think Man United, we're going to win 2-0 tomorrow. 2-0 is my prediction. You know what? I see. Okay, 2-1. All right. I see you. Yeah. So we shall see. But again, it's exciting, man, to be Man United fans this time, man, because this team is going to cook. Losing tomorrow will be a disaster. 3-1 Man United, piece of bite. You think? Listen, I'll take it. But listen, what are you really looking forward to see tomorrow in this team, right? You guys let me know in the comments below. What are you looking forward? What will you be watching tomorrow to see? Okay, what is happening with this team, right? Personally, I want to see some type of style of play, right? I want to see us, dominating the midfield. I want to see us, like our attack needs to be more coordinated. I want to see us being lethal, being clinical, all those. We want to see something that will be like, okay, we don't want to finish the game and say, okay, yeah, man, we won 3-1, but that team played terrible. We don't want that, because like last season against Wolves, right? We won. We really shouldn't have won, right? But we won the match, but we played terrible. So we want like tomorrow to come out. I'm happy. It's yeah, I do. I agree, man. I'm happy too that the game here in the US, mine is gonna be it's gonna start at 3 p.m. So I will be basically signing off from work a little bit early, so that way I can catch this game. But yeah, man. So yes. Meme God, I agree with you. I'm excited about tomorrow, man. I'm excited about tomorrow because this team looks focused, man. Looks focused. I really hope that Rashford gets his goal tomorrow or something. And Ten Hag did say, like, listen, about Xerxes. Xerxes, apparently he's going to be on the bench tomorrow, I think. But Xerxes hasn't started. Got Garnacho scoring. Oh, yeah. Garnacho definitely is going to score an assist. Yeah, for sure. Xerxes, because he hasn't had any preseason games, he only came back after the Euros. He came back to train with the team, so he really hasn't had any game time. So most likely from the next, couple of games, he's going to start on the bench and probably bring him in here and there. That way he gets minutes in his legs to get that, that feeling of actual football, competitive football, right? Which he hasn't had. So Ten Hag said, listen, his fitness levels are coming up slowly, right? So again, I'm not complaining so long as, I've seen what Ten Hag is trying to do, the whole doing like a double false nine in Bruno and Mason Mount, the way he's trying to do that. Again, worst case scenario, you play Rashi up top. Of course, Rashi can drop back as a false nine. There are a number of ways they can structure that attacking. Either way, I think we're going to cook this season, people. I think we're going to cook. I believe it, right? So, it's going to be good times. It's going to be good times being Man United. And a lot of people out there, they're hating Man United, man. They're like, what is going on? United, they're making all these very smart moves. They're bringing players, it's funny when I saw that Zubimendi rejected Liverpool. Oh, my God, that was the best thing ever, man. Because Liverpool, they were talking about, Zubimendi's going to come, he's going to cook and all this stuff. Zubimendi was like, nah, forget that. I'm not going there, right? So, and I saw some reports yesterday that people were like, oh, probably Liverpool now, they're going to go for Ugarte, right? I saw a report somewhere which, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. Ugarte said, listen, no, I'm not going to Liverpool, man. Liverpool is a downgrade. When I saw that quote, of course, I don't think it's real. People make up stuff a lot on Twitter and stuff. So if that was the case, I was like, damn right. that's an upgrade, man. You only want to go to the number one team in the Premier League, which is Manchester United, right? People, that is all I got for you. I appreciate you hanging out with your boy. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when United is cooking on that field under the lights. Listen, I appreciate you all. I'm your boy Luther. This is Man United Central. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And you know what? Glory, glory, Man United. All right. Peace out, people.